You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
Welcome everybody into Sim Racing Media. Tonight we're going to kick off the ECR season here for their clash, the ECR Italian Clash at Monza Oval. Definitely a special track to go to. First time I've been here, so look forward to seeing what these guys can do here in that clash. 57 laps set tonight. As always, I am back up in the booth this season. Mike Damoni looking for some action here tonight. Joined with me for at least this race is going to be Colin. Colin, man, how's it going?
It's going, Mike. I'm really excited to be here at Monza for the high banks and narrow corners.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't realize it till we were sitting here talking about it pre-race of how banked the corners are. Looking through, it looks like they're almost 30 degrees of banking here. So coming through the corners, not only are they banked pretty steep, as you can see here on your screen now, they're going to feel fairly narrow too, especially with all the trees and everything around them as well. Qualifying is just about wrapped up here. So we have a set of 20 drivers set to take part here tonight. So we'll see what they can do. Let them get into their rides, and we'll go through the starting grid. All right, so we've got Aaron Miller and Aaron Spear going to be on that front row. Robert Roth and Gary Nash in row number 2. Row 3, Michael Carter and Dwayne Furtick. Then you got Christopher Roth and Adam Boughton. Ryan Rose and Jonathan Cogswell going to make up row 5. Row 6, Pete Walsh and Tristan Forston. And we've got Dan Boutwell and Doug Denise. Kent Mueller and Marshall Harris are going to roll off in row number 8. Row 9, Rob Money and Tyler Burden. Ryan McCall and Bradley Rivers are going to start at the tail end of the field, but that's where they start. Nothing really matters at the beginning. It just matters where you're going to finish here as they get set to go. Aaron Miller kicking the clash off on the pole. So it is 57 laps here tonight as they get rolling. And that right there is one of the corners that you're going to have to be kind of wary of when you're coming down that straightaway.
Mike, I just can't imagine anyone trying to go 3 wide on these corners.
No, let's go back a row here. And you can just see how narrow it is on these corners here as they're rolling. You can kind of see where it comes back together with the road course that you usually see here when you're when you think about coming to Italy here.
Yeah, I'd have to check the history books, but I'm not sure when the last time the Monza Oval ran in proper competition.
So like I said, it's 57 laps. They do have one faster pair that they have in their back pocket when they get ready to roll in case something does happen, especially being as this is an exhibition race. They're just out here to have fun, get the season kicked off the right way. Pace car should be getting ready to make that left-hand turn, and we are going to be set to go green this time as they roll through. Green flag is out, and we are racing here in the ECR Italian Clash at Monza. Aaron Miller out to a pretty good start there. Robert Roth, Aaron Spear side by side in P2. a little bit into the grass on that outside row. Imagine we're going to see that almost all night here as they're rolling through.
Yeah, Mike, that's something you really don't need to worry about at most oval tracks, is grass being on the outside, the right-hand side of the straightaway.
Oh, into the wall. Just a touch there, it looked like. For that 96 of Aaron Spear. Aaron Miller kind of sticking in the middle. It's a big push from Roth, though, coming through. Oh, turn sideways goes.
Oh, no.
The 10, and we are under caution. That was a huge shove there from the 59 of Robert Roth. And that's going to send Aaron Miller back to the back as he is stuck on the track.
Oh,
and
no.
He is going to have to tow to the pits. That is not something you want to do. But that yellow flag is brought to you, I do believe, by Rapid Fire Pizza. Go back and take a look, see what happened here. Looks like he was trying to go to the inside, just didn't quite get off of that 10.62. Lucky enough that this is an internet game. Went right through the competition there, but yeah, it looked like just they were bumping a little bit. Roth got a little bit of a run, went to go down to the inside, couldn't quite get off of the number 10 there of Aaron Miller. And that is what's going to bring out the caution. Miller got stuck on these steep banks, had to call for a tow. So his race is probably going to be close to done here. Working lap 3 of 57.
Mike, I just wonder if how bumpy this track is played a factor in that.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure you cannot hold the wheel completely straight.
I imagine that by the end of this 57-lap run, these drivers are going to be pretty tired.
Well, and look at the way the oval track kind of plays here as we're on board with Robert Roth. I mean, you're driving down, and you have a left-hand turn that all these arrows are telling you to take, and you're just supposed to cross over the little bit of rough pavement here and stay on this oval track right before you hit the left-hand turn here.
Yeah, Monza has quite the layout. If any viewers at home have the opportunity to look at the track map, it's really incredible just what this layout is, and the fact that they combine the road course with the oval in one of the formats.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine trying to drive the combined course.
Crossing the start-finish line twice every lap.
Yeah. And caution laps here, just on the oval course, are taking a minute and a half, basically. When we were green flag racing, fastest lap of the race was Aaron Miller with a 54.82, so definitely takes a little bit longer to go around here. If you guys are watching the NASCAR at Bowman Gray, it is definitely some beating and banging there in their clash. So Definitely fits the Madhouse moniker that Bowman Gray has gotten so far. Looks like we have a few takers down pit road. Gary Nash, Sam Boutwell, Kristen Forston, Doug Denise, Kent Mueller, Aaron Miller's still in pits. Looks like he might have made it to his box finally, so maybe only come out a couple laps down.
Curious with the nose of Robert Roth in the 59 car, if that's going to be slowing him down at all when we get going again.
And you see he got a little bent up there. We're taking a look back here. They are stacked up, so should go green this time by. One thing that we are definitely going to have this season from ECR is a new champion, as Tay McDonald is taking a little break here from racing. So here we go, coming out of 4. Pace car makes that left-hand turn. Robert Roth with the button on the inside as they get ready to head through the start-finish line, and he is down and away, has almost a quarter of a second lead on Christopher Roth before they head into turn number 1. Side-by-side rolling into P3 is Ryan Rose and Aaron Spear. Michael Carter, Durain Furchik side by side. And Christopher Roth right on the rear bumper there of Robert Roth, giving him a shove out to the front.
Awesome side-by-side racing back there.
Another lap complete here. That is just a weird transfer into the turn 1 there.
Yeah, it's a big bump, that transition right there.
Like Tyler Burden might have got close to that outside wall. He's trying to make some ground. He's up 11 spots from where he started, a 49.08. Fastest man on the track is the Demon there in the 06 Chevy. .58 riding high. Like he might be getting a little bit loose about halfway through the corner, sliding up the track just a touch. Oh, hard. Looks like Riddick went into the wall.
Oh,
and
no.
we are spinning back towards the back. Not sure.
Looks like a lot of cars.
It is the 06. And look at how hard it is for him to get going here after getting spun there. Let's see if we can take a look, see what happened here to that 06. They were definitely close side-by-side racing. Looked like we had a shot of, 21 just up the track a little bit. Got into the 06. 06 goes backwards here.
Not quite sure who that was that took the evasive move on the grass, but kudos to them for not collecting the
Marshall
06.
Marshall Harris here. Let's see if we can take a look here from the onboard of Harris. Yeah, it just gets a little loose, bounces up, tries to go away from the 06. The 06 is loose, coming down the track. Nothing really Harris could do there. 01 goes by. See if we can see 06 up in the wall. Not really a good camera view there as they get back to rolling.
It's a tricky track for the camera crew. It's a lot of tree cover here.
Yeah, so under caution for the second time tonight.
We've got quite a few takers down pit road right now. Looks like about half the field coming down.
Aaron Spear, Michael Carter, Pete Walsh, Mooney. Aaron Miller back on track, trying to get one of his laps back. So he did get that toe and back on track. So we'll see what that Toyota can do. He was wicked quick earlier in the race. Got a little bit of a bad shove there coming through. I believe it was 1 and 2 again. It looks like we have 5 drivers who have not come down pit road. Both Roth and then Ryan Rose, Dwayne Furtick, and Jonathan Cogswell. So from here, they will pack it up and head to Daytona next week. Then they'll stay in Florida the 15th and be at Miami. Wrap up February at Legacy Atlanta.
Nice. That's a fun combination.
Yeah, that is the nice thing I like about ECR. Usually they kind of have it set up where they're in certain areas a little bit more than jumping everywhere. I mean, you have Las Vegas, Texas, Atlanta, Nashville, Iowa, and then you also have your West Coast swing that they put in here. I know they are very appreciative
they
of
shelled out for the big vacation.
Yeah, yeah. They are stacked back up. I know they want to thank the 213 Simware for sponsoring again. They are stacked back up. Let's see. And so Aaron Miller is now 1 lap down. He is the only car lap down, so nothing hurt so far. I just look at the view from the blimp here. How much coverage they of trees there are. Definitely a Beautiful place over there in Italy. Pace car's pulling off now. We head to the start-finish line. Robert Roth, Christopher Roth lead them on down here. Green flag is out. They're staying pretty even as they head off into turn number 1. Side by side for the lead. Almost into that outside wall. Looks like it might have been the... They thought it was a 21, but that's too close to the front for that.
Oh, and we got someone around and up into the roll.
Pete Walsh. Yeah, looks like Pete Walsh got turned there.
Gary Nash running involved as well. Michael Carter.
Oh, yeah, 74 just turned down just a little bit. Oh, the 18 got matched there, Michael Carter. The 88's around. Gary Nash, wow. There's just nowhere for you to go either to try and avoid any of these cautions that come out here.
Not at all. No, that's one of the biggest problems that we're seeing is that once a car starts to get loose, there's nowhere else for anybody to go.
The third caution. I guess while they're driving around, I guess this is as good a time as any. We'll aside for a moment. Let one of our ads play here, and we'll be back to racing after this. Won't miss anything. right, welcome back, everybody. As we just get ready to clear this caution, pace car should be making that left-hand turn down pit lane as we get ready to roll here. Robert Roth, Ryan Rose are going to be on the front row. Roth going to try and get that jump start he had earlier, and he does just that side by side behind him with Roth and Rose. Still side by side for second. Neither one really giving an inch, and you see it looks like it was Tristan down on the bottom, trying to just give up a little bit of track position, trying to keep that 00 machine under control here. Back up to the lead, almost 3 wide there.
Ooh. Seems like a lot of people scraping that outside wall on the exit.
Like I said, it's one of those weird corners that sideways.
Oh my gosh, really hard hit. Oh man.
Marshall Harris?
I'm not sure who it was, but they hit the outside wall a ton. Just the right front corner of the car caught the wall coming into turn 1.
Aaron Spear, maybe let's see if we can take a different look here. Oh! That was the 00.
It's just all stacked up after that.
We're gonna go on board, I believe, with the 00. Here we go. Crown Royal machine. Oof. Well, we kind of talked about it earlier. That entry is just well, not terrible, but odd.
It's very strange. You don't have, that progressive wall. You really do have the butt end of the wall, almost like it's, the pit road wall or something on the outside of turn 1. So if you're, battling for position, you're in the draft, you can't really get that good of a look at where the wall is. And these cars are coming around here fast. So you don't have any time. Once you see it, you've already hit it.
Looks like he's going to go down pit lane. Here we go. We're on board the 1 Ford of Rob Mooney. Just kind of see what we're talking about here. The track wants you to make that left-hand turn to go on the road course.
Yeah, it's a really strange. It's a really strange wall there. I'm almost surprised that it isn't, bowed out to the side a bit to make it a little bit more progressive. Mike, like we were talking during the break, I am amazed by the lap times here at, 2.64 miles, and they're getting around here in 46 seconds flat, 45 and a half seconds. It's huge pace.
I couldn't imagine how fast they are actually driving.
But when I look at the the timing screen, I had seen top speeds of 207, 208. So these cars are moving.
We're not even halfway over yet. But, I mean, you can just see the way the track's built. It's almost like they just decided to add on the oval.
Well, you know what, Mike? I'm gonna dive into the history book right now because I need to know for my own sanity.
Looks like the lights are out on the pace car, so we should be getting ready to head back to green flag racing.
I'll have to consult the history books at a later time. But I think that this oval was actually built before the current layout of the road course. I could be very wrong about that.
And they are stacked up, getting ready to roll, so see what they can do this time. They've had a few laps here to kind of get it back under their belt, and it looked like we were doing pretty good, other than just that little slight miscalculation that put us under caution this last time. Pace car is in. Rob Mooney going to lead them to the green flag. And we are racing here again in the ECR Italian Clash as they head off into turn number 1. Single filed out now most of the way through the track. And Boughton goes to the inside.
Huge run from Jonathan Cogswell.
Cogswell just put his foot down. He is sticking it on that high line. I think he's able to hold it too. Ooh!
Oh. Give a lot of credit to those drivers for keeping that one going in the right direction.
Yeah, now they got to get skinny again as they head off into turn number 1. And you saw the number 1 of Rob Mooney jump a little bit as he was off track just a touch there, and that's going to allow Jonathan Cogswell to take the lead. Side by side goes Boutwell and Mooney for a second. And now they are single filed out here as they have kind of settled down just a bit.
Sam Boutwell top speed on that last lap shows 212 miles an hour.
Well, they are flying now that they got a little bit of the bugs worked out. Preseason jitters, and they are putting on a show here again. Just how fast they can get around here. Cogswell, Boutwell, Mooney, Carter, And Boughton the top 5. Boutwell and Mooney up 11 and 14 spots respectively here as they are completing lap 23 this time by. Burdick lost a little bit of ground there. Almost broke into a couple different groups here.
I was just about to make note of that. It looks like maybe that second group is falling off the draft. They're still with them.
They're trying to hang on here. And it's the drivers who were quick early. It looks like they have caught the draft and are getting back in line here.
Mike, you won't believe me if I say 218 miles an hour.
Seems about right. As these guys are just flying around here. You can just see how bouncy that track is when it switches over onto the front stretch here, coming out of turn number 4.
My goodness.
Christopher Roth, fastest man on the track of 45.51 for that 62 Ford as he has caught the back of the field here.
45.51 with a top speed of 220 miles an hour.
Side by side here again. Boughton and Mooney.
And this really is, now that they've had a few laps of running and they've gotten some single file time and time to figure out how to draft and get that slingshot effect, this really does, you know, you have to drive it like a super speedway where you gotta think a few laps before the checker flag comes out, where do you really want to be in relation to the cars ahead of you to make sure that you have all of the draft at the right time to make the move to be the first one across the start-finish line.
Yeah, you definitely have to figure out when you're going to make the move, how you're going to make it. Because as you can see, coming out of 4, that number 1 Nesquik machine just almost caught air as he was coming out of 4, headed down to that front stretch on that transfer there. He just got really tight up against that wall before he turned down and went right down to the bottom. Hopscotch happened for the lead. Michael Carter, Adam Boughton, Sam Boutwell, and Dwayne Furtick all hopped in front of Cogswell. Looks like Cogswell lost a little bit of momentum there as he is now back to 6th position after leading the race half a lap ago.
I don't think the chassis designers at NASCAR had this in mind when they were designing the aero package and suspension package for this car.
No, and you can just see when they came into turn 1, all of the leaders almost touching that outside wall, trying to get up there as high as they can before turning down to get as much speed as they could and keep it rolling as they headed down the backstretch. Now they come into turn number 3, and we'll see them probably do almost the same thing, try and stay as high as they can. And Cogswell stayed up there. The one of Mooney down a little bit, but he also has Ryan Rose just behind him now. Oh, Cogswell involved.
Oh, man, somebody's stuck in the pit wall. Oh, no.
Let's see what happened to the Tristan there. Take a look at that first. He's just not had good luck here with the walls. Sees it happening, tries to avoid it, goes down, and gets just barely touched.
Oh.
Oh, looks like Mooney just came up a little bit. Maybe had a little bit of help from Ryan Rose. Different look here. So Ryan Rose is in that 58 machine. Mooney's in the 1. Oh, Cogswell caught the wall too. And just the 1 barely touches the 00 and sends Tristan into that wall where he has to tow.
And that's one of the unfortunate things with this track layout is that is, if I'm not mistaken, the pit exit wall. So there's no added protection on there.
Yeah, I believe you are right. I believe we're basically running the track backwards.
Yeah, running the straightaway in reverse. Compared to what we would see, because there you see the tire wall for pit road entry, the tire barrier.
Back to the Roths show up front, as Robert Roth and Christopher Roth have now pit cycled back up to the front. Let's see what these guys decide to do this time with 27 laps left here. If they're going to settle down a little bit and run single file for a little bit like we saw in that last green flag run, or if they're still feeling pretty feisty here. Thank everybody for joining us on YouTube as always. I wonder what a green flag fuel run would be like for the drivers here.
That's an awesome question.
It looks like everybody's been pitting about the same interval, but it just seems like they pit almost whenever we have a caution.
Yeah, you know, it seems like maybe fuel strategy kind of went out the window early on, not knowing, you know, not getting through that first fuel run before you have 2 cautions kind of forces you to, you know, adjust your strategy.
One driver that is very familiar with pit lane running inside the top 6 here is Tyler Burton. Made it down pit road 7 times to get that 06 repaired.
So it looks like everyone's made at least 2 stops, and we've got, you know, a select few that have made 4. Looks like Gary Nash has been down 10 times.
Yeah, he was involved in a couple of those incidents, though. Had to get that thing fixed. With only 1 fast repair, you know.
Right. Yeah, with these relatively long caution laps, if your car's not too badly battered, you can hop down pit road each time by and just get another minute worth of work done.
Here they get ready to go once again. Pace car's going to make that left-hand turn. Robert Roth disappears. Christopher Roth right to his outside. And Boutwell gets a good run on the inside.
Looks like Robert Roth at some point did get that nose fixed. So he won't have any aero disadvantage moving forward.
Yeah, no, it looks like he definitely got that fixed. One of his 2 pit stops, I'm sure. Oh, out in the grass. Looked like Ryan McCall was out there. Just behind him. Roth to the lead still. Christopher Roth behind him with Boutwell battling to the inside. Boutwell has a little help there from Furtick.
Oh my goodness.
Almost, behind him.
Oh, no.
Gary Nash. That Oreos machine has not had a good day today. Gary Nash, Mooney, Spear, all involved there. See what we can see from the chopper. Oh, it's up in front of the 88, the one of Mooney. Oh, he tried to stay out of it, and Mooney came sliding down and just caught him again. Let's see what happened to Mooney here. Looks like he probably bounced from that outside. Oh, just a little bit, and then got sucked right into that, like the 74.
So part of me almost wonders if Mooney was just trying to move a bit left to make sure he didn't snag the wall on the right-hand side.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, looked like he just kind of saw it out of the corner of his eye and went, oh crap, too close, and made that left-hand turn. Well, with 24 laps to go, we'll step aside. We'll let you hear from the series sponsor, the 213 Simware, and we'll be right back after this. All right, everybody, welcome back to the ECR Italian Clash here as they get ready to get stacked back up and finish this race out. Looks like we'll have probably 21 to go when we get the green flag. It looks like Pete Walsh put it on the haulers, the only driver who has called it a day. Oh, no. Kristen Forston did as well. Kent Mueller's laps down, but he's in the pits trying to fix his car. Got a few a lap down. Aaron Miller started the day off great and has been trying to battle back ever since. Needs one more caution to get back on the lead lap. See if he's going to be able to do that. Boutwell's up here 12 spots. Biggest mover of the race.
Christopher Roth still holding on to that fastest lap of 45.51.
If I'm not mistaken, it looks like race control said that enough was enough and is going to have them line up single file here on this restart as the lights are out on the pace car, but they are not doubled up.
That was in fact the call from race control, single file restarts.
The pace car is going to make that left-hand turn and try not to hit pit wall. Boutwell's going to lead him on down, and he doesn't really have anything to worry about to his outside at the moment, waiting for that green flag to wave, and it is out, and he is setting sail, trying to get as far away from Ryan Rose as he can. Vertake Boughton, Christopher Roth. Like only two drivers didn't come down pit lane that time, and those are the two up front right now. Sam Boutwell and Ryan Rose. Dwayne Furtick was the fastest off of pit lane, and he is running P3 all over the rear bumper there of Ryan Rose.
Everybody's just working together to get back up to the front. I feel like it's easy with these single file restarts to get a little bit strung out and fall out of the draft.
Yeah, it definitely makes it a lot easier to do that if you are a little bit slow to get to the throttle. They're staying pretty tucked up, pretty tight here, trying to keep that draft. Fountain stays to the high side, trying to get a little more speed coming into turn number one. A little bit of a break back to, looks like from Ryan McCall, back to Tyler Burden.
Yeah, it's about a half second. It's pretty wild. It looks like you can see a gap back there, but they are it's shrinking. It is certainly shrinking. Yeah, only 3/10 now. That pack back there, yep, they closed
I was
right
gonna
up.
say it didn't take long for them to catch him, and now it almost looked like we're gonna be 3 wide there. Marshall Harris looking to the high side. Burton jumps into turn number 1. It looks like you can catch air going into turn number 1 if you're down on that low side, and coming out of turn number 4 there.
Yep.
Burton is still trying to get by, looking 2-3 wide. Almost 4 wide down the
Finishing
front
up lap
stretch.
40. Oh, they gotta get it sorted out in a hurry.
Ooh, just enough to tighten up there. Fountain goes to the high side, going to get by Furtick, going to try and test his luck on the high side coming into turn number 3, see if he can get to the lead. He is side by side with Ryan Rose.
Oh, testing the apron.
It looked like Burton down there on the bottom trying to get down there, get some speed, just nothing doing there. Boutwell on the inside gets a little bump from the inside of the track there. Fountain Furtick take the lead. I'd imagine they do have a little bit fresher tires, and that might have been the advantage that they had. They have about 5 lap fresher tires as they last pitted on lap 34 to 29 there.
And so many people finding grass on the back straightaway where it seems like the track narrows by about 2 feet. And if you're already 3 wide, oh no!
The 59 of Robert Roth just sent Burton right into that rail. We stay green, but ouch. We're going to take a look at that real quick if I can.
That's a tough break.
That was 6 down on the inside. A little bump, nothing major. Still good, still good. 59. Oof.
Oh man.
Oof. That is a bad day there for the Demon. Fastest man on the track now is that 84 Ford of Jonathan Cogswell.
– 221 miles an hour.
That is insane. 14 laps to go. Boutwell still running in P4. Personal best that time for Michael Carter with the 45.97 running P3. I don't know why they keep doing that. They drive completely off the track there. Like, I mean, I guess the track kind of has a little bit of track right before it, but I don't know if they think it's going to widen a little bit and then all of a sudden there's just grass there, but that was like 4 cars that just decided to cool off their right sides as they were coming through that backstretch.
I wonder if it's just a matter of being, so close to the car ahead of you that you don't see where the grass is until you're on it.
That could be. Boughton still leading the race. Furtick in second. Carter third. Looks like Marshall Harris got a little bump there.
Everybody's been
59. Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're gonna go from the nose here.
Yellow has come out.
Yeah, he was stuck right on the track. I mean, it's the same thing that kind of happened before. He got a little loose there, got back out on the track, was running fine where he was at. And it looks like the 59 sees that curbing coming and just turns left.
That's exactly what happened. You're the car on the outside. You don't want to hit the fence. And so you come to the left, and there's a car there still. Just that outside line narrows so much going into Oval 1.
Ryan McCall got turned around there. Yeah, it's got to just stick out just a little bit, and everybody sees it and gets a little scared that what's going to happen. So,
well, they've already seen, what can happen earlier, and those things when it happens to someone, you say, "Oh, I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen again," and sometimes with bad side effects. That's a tough break.
if everybody decides to come down. Nope. Rapid Fire Pizza has been on the flag 7 times tonight. Thank them for sponsoring the caution flag. Pete, you're not the only one that's going to need an ambulance. There's way too many guys that are going to need that ambulance. Tyler Burden into the wall, got stuck there for a little bit. Marshall Harris into the wall, stuck there for a bit as well. Several drivers spinning around. The closest driver on fresher tires is going to be the number 90 of Ryan McCall, who just came down pit lane that time. Adam Boughton trying to win the clash here. Up 7 spots.
Looks like I think it's Aaron Spear got the lucky dog.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Contention.
So that's the worst part about all these cautions for Aaron Miller is there's guys that have lost ground because of it. So he keeps getting just barely there, and then can't get that lucky dog because someone else winds up going a lap down.
Yep.
Lights are out on the pace car, so we will go green this next time by with 7 laps to go here.
What do you think, Mike? Everybody in the top 11 still in contention for this one?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially with the way that it's been going. And it's not like they're making, like there's drivers that are making huge mistakes or anything. It's just a little inch here or there, and it winds up costing them just because of how narrow this track is or how banked the curves are.
Yeah, nobody's made, egregious errors. It's just always been really awful results because, this is what happens if you ran any road course backwards. All of the walls, the gaps in the walls for service vehicles, that's why they won't run most of those road courses backwards, is that it's too dangerous with the walls. So this is kind of, the oval equivalent to doing that.
The only thing I found, Jason, as far as the degree of banking is over 30 degrees. It doesn't even tell me like actual banking. But one little mistake and you're sliding clear down the track. So, and then you jump on, if you're on the inside coming out of turn 4, you hit the straightaway and you kind of jump a little bit because of how uneven that track is. Green flag racing once again. Adam Boughton gets it, and he is trying to set sail, get as many laps as he can done here as quick as possible. Burdick second, Carter third, Boutwell trying to hang on. He is hanging on after pitting on lap 29, so he's got a little bit older tires. He has a rear view mirror full of Christopher Roth as they come down the backstretch.
It's got a 2-second gap between the two packs. Like Jonathan Cogswell, and then a second and a half back to Ryan McCall.
Neither do I, Jason. Neither do I. Yeah, Cogswell kind of stuck in the middle. He's got about a second he has to make up, but he's a second and a half in front, so not really going anywhere for him because I don't think he's quite close enough to Ryan Rose to catch that draft, so he's kind of stuck in the middle here.
Yeah, 1.4 ahead, 1.3 behind. Not a great spot to be in.
Kind of spread out here. Spread looking to the outside a little bit there, but doesn't want to try and make that pass on the outside coming into turn number 1. That wall will reach out and get you. We've seen it 3 or 4 times now.
That looked like a close one.
Yeah, Jason, Colin and I were talking about seeing what NASCAR could try and do if they did try and race this combined earlier. It'd be insane. Fastest man on the tracks, Ryan Rose, goes down to the inside, going to try and make a pass down low. Side by side, and he gets turned, and on is lid goes Christopher Roth on his lid heading down pit lane. Wow. Definitely going to have to let's see. Does that count as unsafe pit entry?
It does, Mike.
So we're on board now. We're going to see hey, still wound up on his wheels.
That was, I mean, give him a 10 for the landing.
Yeah, how in the world? I mean, yeah, it looks like Christopher Roth kind of hit that outside wall a little bit, but
If he had not caught that inside wall, he might have gotten right side up with not a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, no, but the nice part is I don't believe he's been involved in any of the cautions before, so he should have his fast repair. Take it. You got 3 laps left by the time you get going again.
Oh, excellent.
Should be good to go.
There he goes.
I mean,
yeah.
other than you're starting at the back of the lead lap, but it should be good.
I don't know. After a fast repair, the back of the lead lap traffic does not sound like a bad place to be with 2 laps left when we go green.
Now Ryan McCall up 14 spots. That rapid fire machine sitting fairly pretty here. It would be a lot better if it was a double file restart for as far as starting position goes, but I mean, still starting inside the top 5 with 3 laps to go. Well, green-white checker is what we're going to get, but.
And Mike, you're not going to believe this, but Aaron Miller is getting back on the lead lap.
Well, he's been fighting all night to get this number 10 machine back on the lead lap. Was involved in our very first caution, got stuck on the banking of the turn, couldn't drive anywhere. Going to get back on the lead lap, going to come down pit lane, get those 4 fresh tires, and he is going to hopefully stay on the lead lap here, and at least try and finish inside the top 10. Maybe Adam should have just scheduled this for a demo derby. He says Monza shootout bonsai.
Yeah, Aaron Miller's boogieing back around that track, so he's going to be, in the 12 spot on the tail end of this when they go back to green.
Now looks like he'll catch the field before they go green as the lights are still on the pace car.
Mike, this has surely been some exciting action on track.
This is crazy. I don't know that I've ever seen seen a race here. I mean, I've seen like Motegi and stuff like that, but this is just something completely different. And to go out on, you know, go out on a limb and just throw it out here. These guys have done fairly well. I mean, like we said, lots of side-by-side action. Nothing
great.
real egregious happening either.
Yeah, I can't imagine that any of these drivers have run this track before. So I give them a lot of credit for doing such an excellent job tonight.
Yeah, Pete Walsh in there in the chat cheering for Evo, Adam Boughton on the front row. We're cheering for the Roth brothers as well. I think Chris had the highest score as far as the wreck goes. At least a 10 out of 10. Green flag racing. Boughton gets the green flag. He sets sail. Has almost 0.3 of a second before they head into turn number 1. Furtick tries to hang with him, as well does Michael Carter, 2x2, and everybody's kind of strung out here, just trying to get the race to completion. It almost looks like anybody's really trying to move to the inside or anything. Just hang on tight for now.
Yeah, I think everybody's still going to be in the draft. None of the gaps look too big.
Group of 4 has tucked it up pretty close together. Boughton wants to take that white flag, and he will get it here. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Next flag ends it. Boughton, Furtick, Carter, Boutwell, and McCall. Let's see who's going to try and take it on the inside here. Pretty sure Adam's going to stay to the high side, try and keep as much speed in that 94 machine as he can. 3 wide, almost back behind him. Furtick goes to the inside. Boughton blocks. Looks like Adam barely won by 1/100th of a second or less. Just barely enough to hang on. Adam, Evo, Boughton with the victory here.
I'm seeing 9 thousandths the gap. I think everybody drove great tonight.
Five-time champ takes the victory here. I mean, I guess it's only fair that he wins. He did sponsor the race as well, so. All right, let's see if we can get some drivers up here. I'll get you Michael Carter, Colin.
Hello, Michael Carter. It's Colin and Mike in the booth. Have you got a copy?
I got you.
Can you take us through that one? It looked like a pretty chaotic race, and it looked like a fun time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it seemed like it was the Pace 100 there for a while, but new track for a lot of us and narrow and just trying to learn all the nuances of it, where to pass and all that. But yeah, it was a pretty fun race.
What was your strategy going into this, and did your strategy change throughout the course of the race?
Just really just trying to hang with the teammates, and like I said, I mean, I just bought the track this evening, so really didn't know what to do. But I learned a little bit while there. Seemed like it was a good spot to pass on the exit of 4, coming to the back stretch there. Yeah, good race.
Oh, congratulations on P3. Way to bring the car home in one piece.
Yes, sir.
If we can get P2 up here. Hey, Dwayne, Mike up in the booth, man. How's it going?
Going pretty good, guys. How are you guys?
Oh, not too bad. So, how was your race out there? It looked like you kind of hung back a little bit at the beginning, and then found your way to the front when it mattered here.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep the sheet metal on the car tonight.
Definitely. Had you raced here before, or first time running here?
It's my second time actually. This track is pretty interesting. I'll just leave it at that.
Definitely is. Well, congrats on your P2 finish. Anybody you want to thank before we get you out of here tonight?
I want to thank my teammates, SAR, the whole group. Great bunch of guys. Shout out to the league, ECR. This is our first race for the Clash, and it's a grateful league to be a part of. And thank you guys for calling the race.
Definitely. Man. Well, congrats once again, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.
All right, let's get our race winner in. Oh. Don't know that. Oh, and I believe you're with Adam.
Got Colin and Mike in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey, yes, I do.
Congratulations on the win. And can you take us through that race and let us know how it went from your perspective?
Well, the start of the race was a little chaotic. Had a dip and dive through multiple incidences there. Luckily, we were able to keep the car clean through all of them. And then we just played some strategy games to get our track position back. And then towards the end there, once we made the decision to switch up to single file restarts, we actually were able to get some runs going there. And, like it came down to, I think, on like the 3 restarts ago when the 47 and I think the 58 were out front. They were short on fuel a little bit, so I think that's why they gave up the lead, and we were able to get around them and then keep the track position the rest of the race. Had a pretty fast car there. Worked pretty well with my teammate in the 18 car who got a P3 tonight. But overall, pretty good start to the season.
Well, congratulations on the win. Is there anybody you want to shout out or thank for getting you here tonight?
I give a shout out to you guys for broadcasting the race. Shout out to my teammates. Michael Carter got a top 3. couple other guys got into a little bit of trouble there, but we were all running pretty good there for the most part. And looking forward to Daytona next week.
Look forward to seeing you there.
All right. With that, let's do a quick rundown of the race results here. Adam Boughton, Dwayne Furtick, Michael Carter, Sam Boutwell, and Robert Roth are the top 5. Doug Denise, Ryan McCall, Jonathan Cogswell, Ryan Rose, and Aaron Spear round out that top 10. Christopher Roth and Aaron Miller had a couple incidents there and wound up being home P11 and 12. Gary Nash, Tyler Burden, Marshall Harris round out that top 15. Rob Mooney and Pete Walsh, 16th and 17th. Tristan Forston back in 18th. Kent Mueller makes up 19 of the drivers that started this race. So they will look to put this one in the rearview mirror and start the season next week at Daytona. Any closing thoughts, Colin, before we get out of here tonight?
I don't know what to make of this entirely, but it sounds like some of these drivers had a lot of fun, and yeah, this track was just something else. It was fun to watch for me personally, and I hope everybody on track had a really good time.
Yeah, definitely. I love it when these leagues decide to go out and do something a little bit different. Never seen a race here before, but that banking and the way these guys handled it was just amazing. 57 laps here. Yeah, it started off a little rough, but to finish the race with 2 drivers basically less than a thousandth of a second separating them at the start-finish line is just amazing. Look forward to more of it next week when we head to Daytona. But from all the drivers of the ECR NextGen League and all of us here at Sim Racing Media, I want to wish you guys a good night. We'll see you next week.